Hello from Safonovo. This is the podcast Pigeon of Peace where we do discuss awesome skills of troubleshooters. Watch, listen, and check the description below for the details. Let's talk about toys and let's start with the definition.
Toy is a very important piece of something for the kids. For example, girls play with dolls, boys plays with cars. But definitely at some point, even adults they also want to play toys. For example, some Lego constructors could not be assembled without parents. Some suit complex couldn't be completed without moms. So toys could unite just kids or maybe kids with parents or even could be stored for memories.
Well, and obviously, like toys could have like a different, I would say like a categories. Let's say if the kid is quite small, one thing it could be distracting them from, like being hungry or anything like that. Another thing is like to educate them. And if you look into all of the varieties of toys, they also have like a different purposes because, well, yes, distracting and educating, they also could probably teach them maybe basics in this world or maybe even have some sort of like a cultural things. So if we look into, I would say, the landscape of the toys, what kind of, I would say, islands or categories we may discover there?
First, it's very funny. There is kind of toys which are very famous, and its name is Netske. Netske, it's kind of buttons or decoration. It could be put on the shelf or could be part of the clothes. It is used in Japan and Ethiopia. And if you will see the person with such a pieces, you will understand geography of the start of journey. Second, for example, some kind of pieces could show like where you have been. Let's remember gzhel, small pieces like horses or like cookies, and it is just made from the porcelain with blue painting. Third, it would be, for example, very famous Russian matryoshka. I don't know how to say, but this small wooden dolls, which is empty ones, and smaller will go inside of the bigger one. And a lot of people know about this. If you will go to Bali, especially, you will find a lot of different toys. Which is my favorite is a frog. It's a special frog with special stick, and if you will put this stick on the back, it would be a special noise which is imitating barking of the frog. It's okay to say barking of the frog.
Or croaking?
Croaking, maybe croaking. By the way, I have been to China several weeks ago, and I saw in the airport. I don't know. Maybe this ad, maybe this is not will go to the Syria, but it is collaboration between Crocs and Lego. Crocs created special shoes in form of Lego. It's very clumsy, so you wouldn't buy it if you are not big fan of the Lego. But if you are fan, you will definitely buy it.
And when we look into different toys, obviously it could be, like something which is more accessible. I don't know, like big coconut, if we speak about Southeast Asia, so that you can use it like for anything. To, like maybe some specific dolls, handmade and like performed and had a special dress or like have a specific decorations. So what is the variety of the things and maybe even the purpose of this toys? Because some of them probably even not only for the kids, but maybe just to show one parents to another parents that they are relatively rich and they can afford to give it to their kids. So what is the variety of kind of, I would say, toys by the cost?
Let's go back to the Crocs. Usually, when I go abroad, I will buy a lot of small pins. This is special pictures that could be pinned to the slippers, and some child which came to our density, they will ask, "Okay, I want to have bunny, I want have raccoon or something like this." Sometime I will give another kind of toys, but for older one. For example, I know how to say it. Casino chips. It's okay to say.
Chips.
Casino chips. Okay, I will go and I will buy. Some of them could have inside lighter or I don't know how to say. Иногда зажигалка, иногда фонарик. How to say it?
Lighter or
Sometimes
torch?
flashlight Ah, a torch, yes. And people also like it a lot because, okay, it's quite unusual. Even, I have seen a lot of different flash drive, especially in Korea. And so it's just small amount of external memory, but it could be decorated as a fish, as a monkey, as a dog, as a onion, as a something like slice of the citrus, or something like this. And I don't know why people want to have it. The same would be even with glasses. I have seen a lot of different glasses, and I am have no doubt that you also have seen a lot of different toys, especially in Dubai shopping mall. And sometimes you will see, okay, some of those toys, even for me, will be quite suitable, despite I'm an older person.
And yeah, there is also maybe like a different types of toys, especially given that we live in the age of the technology. It could be like a technological toys. For example, there could be a dog, which, like there's also different types of the dog, like a simple one or another one. I would say, like the one from the Boston Dynamics that, like could, do certain commands. Or there could be like a cars that equipped with a camera so that, like you can run around with your friends and literally have like the races, like if you in this kind of a car. So if you look into this, I would say commercial part of the toys, basically there is no limit to what you can offer to the kid instead of the computer games. And I'm deliberately not going to this area. So what kind of things, what kind of inventions, what kind of dimensions we may look into when we're trying to think how to entertain, educate, or maybe again distract the child?
It depends from our age. For example, you have a son, and I have no doubt that he, at some point of his life, was in a love with dinosaurs. So it's even a joke that when you know a lot of dinosaurs, when you are at 5 or your child at 5, the same would be, for example, with girls. For example, I have been to China, and I saw in airport dolls which have imitation of birth given. So the belly would open, and there would be a very small child. I know how to say, just a baby one, and you could put it on, and you could play. So you have a pregnant doll. I have never saw it before, and I don't know, even it's quite astonishing, but from another point of view, why not? Second, I have seen also in China airport a lot of toys for pets. For example, I have seen like big fishes for the cats, and I ask those girl who was selling, okay, I am just tourist, and sorry, I do not want to buy anything, but I have just one question: is anyone buying those fishes to cats? And she told me yes. Some cats like those toys so much they couldn't sleep without it. And then he showed me some another kind of toys, and she told me that a lot of different pets like to play with toys. For example, they could not go to eat without a toy, and will put the head of the toy in the mug filled with food, and they would eat or swim or play together. And I was thinking, wow, not just people but also animals, they want to have a toys.
And maybe before I wrap up, there is another question. Like there is also, as we speak to people, there is also could be adults. And I'm not speaking about like any sexual toys, but like something that we, as I would say, more or less grown up people, or at least people who consider themselves grown up, also could, like have some sort of things that would entertain us, or maybe remind about childhood, or maybe will distract us, whether it's reality, whether it's a business. So what about the toys for adults?
I will give you a lot of example. We have medical stuff in our dentistry, and we have such toys, special balloons, and special, I don't know how to say, spritz.
Injector.
Injectors, and we have even competition, and we make it like each 2 or 3 months. So we just make these balloons we fill them with air, and then a person should make as many injections as it possible. Sometimes this balloon would stick with 1 or 10 or 12 those injections. Usually it's not hard, but you should be very attentive. Second, we have also special toy, and you will maybe laugh, this how to show gamelich, I don't know how to say, gamelich прием, gesture.
I would say movement. That's
Movement.
the best.
Okay, there is a head with open eye, there is a torso without heads, and you will put on the wire special piece of something. It has a size of a leaf, and then you should press on the belly to make this doll throw away this small piece of imaginable food. And third, we also have, it is produced by Philips. We have a special emergency tools. It's named like something for reanimators. It has abbreviation. So there is also imitation of the chest of the person, and you will put these two plates, and you will give electricity to start the heart. And all of our staff very afraid to make mistake, because if you do not make it for 3 times, you should go to special outside courses and pay by yourself, by your own.
Well, and review the skill of the toys and how it could be helpful for you. Stay in peace.